Notts County Talk, another match reaction as we have just beat Cambridge at home 2-0. The first half, I was thinking this game feels like it's gone on for a while. I was nearly falling asleep watching the game, to be honest with you. Not a lot happened. Cambridge made it that way, though. You know, they came to frustrate us, and for a large proportion of the game, they did that exactly. It's the obvious thing to say. You just felt like if we had a breakthrough and we did score, then that would be it, and sort of they'd have to come out a little bit, and it might open up for us to get one or two more. And look, that was the case today. I'm really happy with winning a game like that, to be honest with you, because I think that shows a lot of how far we have come. Because, you know, previous years and seasons, we have always struggled against teams like that, as you do. You know, you're going to struggle against a team that puts so many players behind the ball and just frustrate. But look, not today. They were so well. They played it so well. You know, it's not easy to stay sort of in games like that, because it can just be, for the players, frustrating. And you know, it's hard as a fan, I think, to get behind a game like that, because it's so flat, and you know, any whisper of any sort of attacking threat from Notts is just sort of just nestled out really by how many players they had behind the ball and how difficult it is to try and, you know, have that final third entry. But look, we've done it. We've got three points, and look, another game that I feel like we lose last season, or we definitely don't win anyway. You just feel like we're starting to sort of turn tides on certain types of games that we have always struggled in. So that, for me, is just so positive, so positive. Jata gets, you know, a brace today, which is fantastic for him. He's in really good form. As much as I want to talk about, obviously, his goals, you know, really well taken goals, especially the second. I want to talk about his defensively. I thought he was really good today. You know, like in the air, he made a good few clearances with his head. So, you know, you got to give him credit where credit is due for that one. Another one that I would like to give credit to is Ness. Ness has not seen much football at Notts County at all. Never really strung too many games together consecutively. Comes in today into a difficult game. You know, not masses of defending to do, but for me, I think Stow was saying it as well, standout performer. And Stow was sort of saying about how he doesn't like to compliment defenders as a previously being a striker. But he says Ness has been, you know, phenomenally good, eerily, and I'd have to agree with Stow on that one. I thought that was a really good point. I thought he played, you know, really well when called upon. So another person that Patterson has to keep in the forefront of his mind when it comes to team selection, which is, for me, it is difficult. You know, we do have one or two injuries, of course, but the selection for that starting 11 is just getting more and more difficult as time goes on, because it feels like when a player sort of steps in and they're sort of given that chance, especially in the league, not so much in cup games, I don't think, but in the league, when a player is given that chance, they seem to just step up and be at the level and just, you know, look like they've been playing with that squad for such a long time. And maybe that's coming down to the 11v11s that Patterson talks about a lot, which helps with his team selection. Maybe we're seeing that come to the forefront now, and then, you know, when players are called upon, they're coming in and, you know, that they're making the difference, and they are playing to the level that they need to be, to be honest with you, if they're being needed in those moments. But yeah, it's hard to really go into loads of detail, because I think for the majority of the game it was rather dull, and not the best watch, to be honest with you. But look, when we scored, I was thinking we could definitely get another one here, and we did. And Jata gets another one later on. So look, really pleased with that. That's Notts tweeted this as well. That's 5 home wins in a row now for Notts, which is fantastic. You know, if you'd have said this sort of, I don't know, even like 7 or 8 games ago, you'd never have said that this was going to happen. It's funny how the tides change so quickly, and how you can sort of get behind something that not so long ago, I can honestly say I wasn't behind it. So huge credit to the team, huge credit to Patterson, huge credit to the whole coaching staff and all of that, you know, because they're doing so well at the moment. Like I said this in my last video, everyone seems to be pulling in the same direction. We're playing as a squad. Everyone seems to have each other's back, and it's really good to see, and it's nice to see as well, you know, as a Notts fan. But that is it for the video. I'm going to say this again, I say it at the end of my last few videos, but over 60% of people that watch our videos do not subscribe. So if you are one of those people and you're watching this now and you're enjoying the content, please do subscribe. It's free and it helps us massively. Comment below if you're at the game, if you listen to the game, if you watch the game, if you're overseas, like myself. You know, let me know what you thought. Like I said, not the best game, but look, win's a win, and you take all 3 points, don't you? We are still climbing up the league. Drop a like if you enjoyed the video, and thank you for watching.